not for everyone. And I say that respectfully. No, it's the train through for me. Listen, neighbor. My content ain't for everybody, and that's okay. No, it's the train of thought for me. You could go watch somebody else or disturb your peace somewhere else, not over here. Only the genuine ones is irrelevant over here. And I say that respectfully. No disrespect. Save all your drama, your hating, animosity, or whatever the case may be. Ain't it even exchange over here? Hold on 1 second, because we don't give a fuck. No, it's really changed for me. Because my content is not for everyone. The doctor's still trying to figure out your fucking train of thought. Why you putting your own fucking blood pressure up? Watch me disturb your own fucking peace. I can't stand that B-I-T-C-H. Oh. But it's something else for you to entertain over somewhere else. Not over here. Have a good day. My content is not for everyone. It's not. And that's okay. I am Naya G on Love Respect. And I truly hope that the genuine ones' day is coming along well so far. Healing trauma and pain is not a race or an overnight process. And I say that respectfully. You matter and you are worthy. My content is not for everyone. It's kind of funny how they say that you ain't got potential, neighbor. They say you ain't got potential. Oh my God, they try to shortchange you. But God allowed you to see gravity. When it came to your mental health, catching your blessing, you wasn't trying to reject yourself. When they try to paint you out to be the villain in their story, you wasn't trying to catch your case. They would never understand what you overcame while you stand before yourself today. That energy is different. Be yourself. Hold on 1 second. Be yourself, neighbor. Be yourself, neighbor. Be yourself. No, it's the train of thought for me. Elevation looks good on you today. They would never understand your mental health. When you fall from a hater, we all not the same when we actually in our own lane. No, it's changed on me. What the fuck is wrong with people? I ain't disturb your own fucking peace. Watch me. Have a good day. How they be so inspired. How they gotta get you shadow banned. Cause you truly got potential. Understanding God's plan, that energy is different. Have everybody not truly for you, but they try to make you look, discourage you, acting like they was truly for you, just to overlook you. Hold on 1 second. I wasn't trying to catch a case. I was just saying my own lane. But goddamn, I disturbed your peace. They say that you corner, you whack. But when it comes to your creativity, they sit down and take notes behind fake pages. The lies that they told, they came up with the creativity when it comes to their vision, but it was a lie because God saw what they was doing that day. When they try to shortchange you instead of putting respect on your name, it's funny how folks really do that. Instead of putting respect on your name, like I actually like your flow when it comes to your swag. You actually got potential. I understand why your true love truly lasts. That unconditional love, why you stand before yourself today. Never allow someone to dim your light, and I say that respectfully. Always be yourself. They said that you act in your corner, you are nobody. They said that you act in your corner, you are nobody. But hold on 1 second, neighbor. I wasn't trying to hurt nobody. No, it's the train of thought for me. A dream relatable, something they couldn't benefit off, was understanding your walk-up shoes, your daily routine, what you overcame when it came to pain that day. Even when you get lost in your words, they're going to still misunderstand you. The energy is different. It was your walk of life, something that they didn't understand, your testimony. How they try to shortchange you when it comes to your attention span. But God don't like ugly. That energy is different. When they blackmail you, play with spoken in a toxic way. You're supposed to be bent out of shape, but God truly showed you patience when it came to time and day. They would never understand how you overcame what they did that day. They was playing with spoken in a toxic way. Energy harvesting off your energy when you wasn't trying to catch a case. The blackmailer was real. It had to take a group of people to go up against one person because someone truly had potential. When someone wasn't truly mentally ill. The energy is different. Always be yourself. I'm Naya G on Love Respect. Misunderstood and loved by you, far from a hater, what about you? Misunderstood and judged by you, far from a hater, what about you? No, it's the train of thought for me, not respectfully. Now for real. It was the guilty conscience you had within you. You looked at me like competition. With your sorry ass excuses. You couldn't even help yourself to stay in your own lane. You had to gather up folks to project pain. It wasn't an even exchange. You had to gather up folks only to realize to hold on 1 second. You need to take this WWE whack ass. Hold on one second. Take this WWE fake ass SmackDown. No answer shit it over me with your whack ass spell work. Oh my god. I never wanted to fit in to be like nobody else. The energy is different. You thought you wanted to rumble with me. The energy is different when you couldn't even catch up with me. When it comes to elevation, when it comes to growth. How you picked the wrong battle. Only because you couldn't keep up with your own self-reflection. Self-love. You was misunderstood. You saw someone with confidence and above the attention span that made you so ugly. And you forgot to go within to understand your own mental health. How you projected so much pain and negative energy on an innocent person who truly had potential. And now you're trying to figure out your train of thought, picking up your face. All because of the fact that someone truly didn't lack self-love when it came to self-discipline that day when you tried to antagonize them. The energy is different. How you fumble your own table, disrespecting an innocent person who truly had potential. And you sat there and said that they was truly a nobody, but they understood they existed. They were just in their own lane, something that you couldn't maintain with self-love. You rather self-destruct. You didn't understand what a dream truly came true. Because God allowed someone to see a vision that you couldn't relate to stay in your lane. The energy is different when someone truly got potential. Just because you're so used to your norm, when someone's in their own lane, they wasn't trying to do themselves wrong. Just because someone lacked self-love for you, and you didn't understand how someone actually balanced themselves out when keeping the real going wrong. Always be yourself. I may not make sense to you. I may not make sense to you, but I'm not for you. Always be yourself, but no malicious and just hold on 1 second. Misery loves company. God damn, you didn't disturb my peace. How folks be putting you in competition when it comes to trauma and pain. You felt the lack of love for somebody, but you don't understand how someone overcame their pain. And they was their biggest cheerleader. You had to dig up dirt for somebody's past to understand their reality. How do you stand before yourself today? So you rather move dysfunction, so you have to project pain in the most toxic way, playing with spoken in a toxic way. You couldn't even keep up with your own mindset when it comes to your mental health because your body weight didn't add up when it came to your shoe size. Damn. You know, it didn't matter about your tax bracket. It just goes to show you at the end of the day, with your bad habits, how you actually walking around here. It's a train of thought for me. How folks feel because they come from a different upbringing from you, didn't matter about your tax bracket, that we all operate the same. That's not the case. And especially when an innocent person is not trying to catch a case. We could wear the same shoes all day long. But I don't look at my neighbor like a hater. No, hold on 1 second. I'm far from a hater. The verse psychology is truly different when it comes to your mental health, the walk of life you walk at the end of the day. How you had to put someone in competition to antagonize them to catch a case. How you had to gather up a group of people to go up against one person because they truly had potential. That was your issue. Always be yourself. Never allow someone to make you feel like you have to live in fear. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. They said that you at Kenya Corner, you a nobody. The energy is different when you wasn't trying to hurt nobody. They would never understand God's existence. They won't. And especially when you truly got potential. You wasn't trying to fit in with the cool kids that was playing with spoken in a toxic way. How they had to gather up all their little lame-ass friends just to go up against you because you truly had a plan to be your authentic self. You wasn't running from your past, but they try to blackmail you to catch you, to paint you out to catch a case to get you locked up, try to put you in a psych board, all because they didn't want you to elevate faster than them. But it's kind of funny, hold on 1 second, how your tax bracket and their tax bracket is truly different. But they're so much worried about what you got going on, but they truly paying attention. But they sit there and say that you whacking your corny. But hold on 1 second. The math ain't adding up. Who's really whacking corny at the end of the day? If you got to sit there and take notes on someone who got potential, it be the train of thought for me. It don't matter what school you went to. It just goes to show you, hold on 1 second, your IQ score is truly low when it came to your issues. I understood how to take accountability for my actions, something that we can't relate to. It's being our authentic self, something that you don't understand. It. Hold on 1 second. Stay in your lane and be mindful and wise. Going up against a real child of God. And now one lie was told. Always be yourself. I am Naya in love, respect. Everybody expresses themselves differently. They do. And when the right community is truly for you, they see you, they hear you, and they respect you. When it comes to your creativity, it's truly different. I wasn't here to judge my neighbor. Hold on 1 second. I understood the difference. You wasn't for me, so I stayed in my lane. You allow someone to put a little bug in your ear, and only realize it wasn't an even exchange. So you try to play me close behind a fake page. Try to second my mental health. Hold on 1 second, saying I'm tripping, I'm bugging, I'm crazy, I got ill intentions. You said I was going up against you, but the whole entire time you was following behind me. God damn, and I was truly ignoring you. Oh my God. How this type of stuff actually happens. How folks would see you with potential. They would gather up their folks behind fake emails to see you frown, to see you smile. They would sit there and send folks to make you feel you're supposed to be bent out of shape when you wasn't trying to catch a case. But they would never understand how God works in mysterious ways when God truly showed up for you that day. Always be yourself. And I say that respectfully. Someone didn't understand how you express yourself. And you didn't have malicious intentions to hurt yourself or others around you. Everybody's healing trauma and pain is differently. But you are worthy of showing up for you regardless to who gave up on you, overlooked you during your journey, and you mad and you're worthy. Never allow someone to make you feel like you're wrong for creating to go within. And you're far from a copycat, you're far from a hater, and especially when you're being authentic. That energy is different. It's funny how certain individuals that's in different tax brackets and it may be higher than yours or they may have more than you, how they would sit there and be so inspired by you, but won't put respect on your name, but then try to paint you out to be the villain of their story when you wasn't trying to catch a case. How they would disrespect you out loud, hide behind fake pages, try to ruin the evidence, but hold on 1 second. They would never understand it. Hold on 1 second. You never had to go take for tack with someone who lacked common sense. No, it's the truth on me. Oh my God, but you're so real. Always be yourself because God sees everything. And never allow gang stalking to stop you from loving yourself. Never allow someone projecting spark on you in a toxic way. Because they have jealousy and hate and envy within them. They have to project it on you, and they have to take a whole group of people to go up against you. You were just one person. Never stop loving you. And continue to be patient with yourself when it comes to loving you. And especially when you're not able to express yourself to certain individuals because they don't see you or hear you, or let alone respect you. Certain folks saying that you crazy, but you far from bugged out. When you wasn't trying to catch a case, they would never understand what you overcame, what you endured that day when it came to pain. Imagine picking up the phone and trying to express yourself to somebody. How someone hacked your devices. How someone is gang stalking you. All because of jealousy and envy and hate. All because you may have an inheritance coming in. Or your loved one left you something. Or God gave you a gift within, a blueprint that nobody can take away. Even if they try to destiny swipe with you, it's going to be an epic failure because they cannot take your anointings. And I say that respectfully. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. How they sit there and gather up a group of people to blackmail you, hack your devices, trying to paint you out to be crazy. And they got people in this HR department, that HR department saying, hold on 1 second, we can all come together and go up against you. Because they don't want you to elevate. They don't want people to love and respect you. And because they don't want people to love and respect you, and they see that you truly got potential to actually be a leader, or to actually be somebody that God allows you to see, your faith. The favor that God endured within you. And you was far from a hater. Good day, bad day, misunderstanding day. Even the days when you couldn't see. Even the days when you was an addict. Even the days where you don't know how to love yourself. Even the days when they abandoned you that day. You know how it feels for a mother and a father to close that door on you. You know how it feels for that loved one to not show up for you and they close that door on you. They verbally abused you, physically, emotionally, made you feel like you wasn't worthy. They shadow banned you from everybody so nobody would see your light. You wasn't invited to these gatherings. You wasn't invited to here or there because they didn't want they didn't want folks to see your light because you truly had potential. And the light that they try to dim on you and they blackmailed you as your character traits, they said that you was somebody that you truly wasn't this whole entire time. And then folks look back and they say, hold on one second, as time progressed and as I see this person elevating and as they becoming the man and woman that they are and how loving and respectful they are. Everybody's not perfect, but hold on one second, something is not right. You know, everybody's walk of life is not the same. But the pain that you endured that day, they would never understand it. Hold on one second. It was never competition. Always be your authentic self. And I say that respectfully. It's sad and disturbing to see how certain people would not want you to elevate. And they would try to dim your light when it comes to your confidence. And they would have to gather up a group of people. And it's funny how they say that you're slow, stupid, and retarded. If you're so slow, stupid, and retarded and crazy, why does it have to take a group of people to take one person down that knows how to go from point A to Z and they're not hurting nobody, that's going from point A to Z, that's not trying to hurt themselves, or let alone that's going from point A to Z and they just speaking up for themselves with no ill intentions? Never not one time that you threatened to put your hands or hurt anybody. But people blackmailed you and lied on your name. People painted you out to be a disgusting person. People painted you out to be someone that you truly wasn't. And this whole entire time you truly had a heart. That relationship, it didn't work out. So somebody had to pay somebody to brainwash somebody for them to kick you down and blackmail you. And this whole entire time this person is looking at themselves like, damn, I did this person wrong. And the whole entire time, I was out there cheating and disrespecting this person. And all this person wanted me to do is become my best self, visiting myself. This person never left my side. This person actually was riding for me days when I couldn't even see. This person was loyal to me, respectful to me, genuine and kind to me. And I shortchanged them. And I only learned my own lesson. How this type of stuff actually happens. Well, then you have that family member that would do anything for evil dollar. And they don't care about you. And they would kick you down so bad because they'd rather do stuff for likes and views or cloud chasing. They would even go to the point where it's like at your free when it comes to your mental health. How this type of stuff happens. My content is not for everyone. It's not. It really isn't. And folks swear I'm talking about them like a bad habit, but goddamn, if your mask fall off, you're talking about yourself. It's a train of thought for me. I didn't send for you. I didn't say your name. Never, not one time. It's a train of thought for me. How innocent people speak up for themselves. And the first person that starts to speak upon, you're talking about me. So that means you had something against me. That means you had ill intentions towards me. That means you was the one gang stalking me. That means you was the one that paid this person, paid that person. Just like with my mental health when it comes to, hold on one second, I wasn't worthy. Or you was the same one playing with spoken in a toxic way. You had to gather up a group of people to hack my devices. Everybody's walk of life ain't the same. Because you may be sitting in front of me right now and your devices was hacked. And you wasn't doing it for likes and views or clout chasing. You wasn't. The pain that you endured, trying to speak up for yourself and going to the authorities like, hey, this is what's going on. And they look at you like crazy. They look at you like you're crazy. Imagine trying to express yourself to somebody and you're being gang stalked. You're being bullied. Not even just different social medias, but outside in the real world. And it's actually happening. And not one lie was told. Or whatever you endured, not one lie was told. And only for people that you grew up with or people that came across you just to overlook you and they said that you're crazy. All they want to do is just disrespect you. Never not one time did you have to go that way direction towards them. You didn't have that type of animosity towards them. But you're very so much thankful that God revealed that who individuals was. That's not for you, and that's okay. They say God is not real, but when God is truly protecting his real chosen one, his real child, his real children, you know, Heavenly Mother and Father, that's really protecting their children, that energy is different. They will never understand how you got the mental state of mind to stand before yourself today. How did you get the strength to actually acknowledge that, hold on 1 second, how did you overcome the enemy's work? When they try to shortchange of your mental health. They try to shortchange of the blackmail and to get you locked up, put you in a psych ward. How they had to gather up a group of people to go up against you because you truly had potential. You was the one that nobody see that, hold on 1 second. You was somebody this whole entire time. You may not be somebody to that person. You may not be somebody to this person. You may not be somebody to that person. But you are somebody to the right people that see you and hear you and respect you. And they're not projecting spoken in a toxic way towards you. They're not energy harvesting off your energy. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. They're not destiny swiping with you. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. And they're not gathering up people from different communities and having your next door neighbor in different area codes telling you every move to suck at your mental health when it comes to your free will. And I say that respectfully. They're not. And they're far from haters. When God sends the right people into your life, they actually acknowledge you, respect you, because they have a past themselves. And when God sends the right people into your life, they just want you to become your best self vision of yourself. Good day, bad day, and misunderstanding day. How this type of stuff actually happens. How because someone truly has potential, people get sacrificed. And I don't mean no disrespect. And it took a whole group of people to plot against you, neighbor, that day. And you wasn't doing it for likes and views. You didn't have to act. You was not no actor. That energy is different. You didn't sign up for someone's one-sided contract. That energy is different. You have folks behind fake pages disrespecting you out loud, trying to see you frown to maintain your smile. They don't like the fact that you had beauty within you. The outside appearance, it may not have been eye appealing to them, but you was truly eye appealing to the ones that was truly for you. I don't mean no disrespect, but my content is not for everyone. It's not. And having self-love for yourself is not a crime. And healing trauma and pain is not a race or an overnight process. And I say that respectfully. You know, when God endorses a blueprint within you to be your authentic self, your anointings can never be taken away from you. Even when they sit there and try to copy you or whatever the case may be, when God truly elevates you, it will blindside the enemy because they can't keep up with you. It will blindside the devil because they can't keep up with you, because God is truly elevating you. And because they see, hold on 1 second, this person is truly changing every single day. This person is becoming a best self vision of themselves every single day. So, you know, what they do is they make sure that you're homeless. They make sure that you're in the psych board. Because God is truly showing your potential, and this is so real because they wanted to dim my light. Never allow someone to make you feel like you gotta live in fear. Good day, bad day, misunderstanding day. When God endured anointings within you that can nobody take away. And I say that respectfully. They will make sure that you're not able to provide for yourself. They will make sure that that smile that you have, they want it to be permanently removed. But when you have your Heavenly Father, God, and Mother by your side, good day, bad day, misunderstanding day, they will never understand how you maintain that smile. So never allow someone to project fear in you because they don't understand their own size shoe. And I say that respectfully. Everybody's walk of life ain't the same. But you didn't have to act like somebody that you truly wasn't when it comes to what you endured that day. Always be yourself and never allow someone to make you feel like you have to live in fear. Good day, bad day, misunderstanding day. We all don't pray the same. But I still know how to respect my neighbor, and I don't worship the devil. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day, regardless to my sexual orientation. Even when you disrespect me and saying that, hold on 1 second, I'm confused as to who I am. I know who I am, and my Heavenly Mother and Father knows who I am as well. And I'm very so much thankful that they showed me that I am worthy of choosing me, regardless to how you feel about me. when it comes to my sexual orientation. Always be yourself. Never allow someone to bully you out of who you are, that God created you to be. The energy is different. Being yourself is not a crime. And I say that respectfully. Even when they try to blackmail you, when it comes to a crime, something that you ain't signed up for, how they project the spell work in a toxic way, try to antagonize you to get out of character, to say that you crazy just to humiliate you. The disrespect was real, but God truly never removed his hands off of you. How this type of stuff does happen. Because they don't want someone with the light of God, the royal chosen one, to stand before themselves and be their authentic self. And they pick and choose who they want to bully. They pick and choose who they want to shadow ban. They pick and choose who they want to discourage. But when God gives you courage, when God gives you faith, and God gave you balance, they will never understand time and change. Things will never be the same. It won't. Because we're on 2 different time zones. The energy is different. When you actually know how to respect your neighbor, good day, bad day, misunderstanding day, even the ones that's not for you. Yeah, you're not for me. I'm in my own lane. I don't have to agree the way you tie your shoe. You're not for me. And that's okay. You know, when God reveals the enemy to you, and when God reveals the devil to you, folks will swear up and down that you're projecting spell work in a toxic way towards them. That you're a witch, you're a warlock, or whatever the case may be. But that was never the case. All because you see right through someone's BS. And especially when they project the spell work towards you in a toxic way. Even when they hack your devices. Even when they energy harvest off your energy. And they couldn't even put respect on your name. How they was getting things right to left. To make their financial stability better. You know, God saw everything. God saw everything. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. Never allow someone to make you feel, when it comes to your creativity, to dim your light. And I say that respectfully, because what they can never take away is the blueprint that's indoor within you. That's your true anointings. Loving yourself is not a crime. And when the right people walk into your life, they're far from haters. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. And I say that respectfully. You wasn't looking for validation from folks. You wasn't trying to fit in with the cool kids who had bad habits. That energy is different. The blackmailing was real. They wanted to see you frown. They had to dig up your past to humiliate you. The gaslighting was real. The lies on your name. All because folks was doing stuff for likes and views. To disturb your peace. So you could be mentally ill. They thought it was going to make you feel embarrassed. To make you feel like, hold on one second, I don't want to live another day. When you asked for healing, and you understood that testimony, and you understood this next chapter in your life, how it began with you, and God started working on you, and you're not running from your past, the energy is different. How the unconditional love of self-love, it was real. Because healing, trauma, and pain is not a race or a competition. And God allows you to believe your faith because God gave you balance that day when it came to your mental health. Be mindful and wise when hurting yourself with words. Everybody else is part of your journey. You understood it. Hold on one second. I wasn't trying to hurt myself another day. Thank you, God, for being patient with me. Thank you, God, for allowing me to see another day. Even when the enemy is trying to say with my mental health. Trying to shortchange me. Because I was believing in myself. It was days I couldn't believe in myself when it came to my love language. The energy is different. They would never understand your calling. When you prayed that day, God may not have been on time, but God showing up was on time when you least expected, because it wasn't a rejection. It was truly a protection. Because God was truly showing up for you when you least expected. Watching these fools that, hold on one second. Not my child. Not my child. The energy is different. My content is not for everyone. Everybody doesn't believe in God. There's a good God and there's a bad God. But the good God that I serve, good day, bad day, and misunderstanding day, saw everything. And my content is not for everyone. My content is for the genuine ones only, and I say that respectfully. I'm far from a copycat. I'm far from a hater. But good to know that you truly inspire at the end of the day, and I say that respectfully, neighbor. It's okay if you don't put respect on my neighbor. God saw what you was doing, what your malicious intentions have and ass. Trying to shortchange me when it comes to my mental health, saying I was trying to disturb your peace when I wasn't trying to catch a case, or because of the fact I knew I respect my neighbor, and I ain't have ill intentions. All I knew how to do was respect my neighbor. The energy is different. Never allow someone to make you feel like you're wrong for acknowledging them and actually respecting them. And because you respected somebody, now they got so much jealousy and hate and envy within them. And they was wearing a mask this whole entire time. Misery loves company, and you didn't have to disturb nobody's peace. They bother their own mental health when it came to their low IQ score. Only was they shortchanged themselves when it came to loving themselves, talking about they truly healed. And they didn't understand their own point of view when it comes to, hold on one second, going within. They looked at you like competition, but you was never part of their race. The energy is different. You understood balance when God gave you growth that day. Understanding your faith, they would never understand what you overcame to maintain your smile that day. It bothers someone's eyesight when it comes to their point of view. How they actually need a doctor to understand, hold on one second, their true vision. Because evidently they was seeking attention. And they really need a straight body jacket. That was what they was projecting on you. They was projecting that on you. When you wasn't trying to, you never had in your mindset that you was better than anybody. Jealousy and envy is real. And it didn't matter about someone's tax bracket at the end of the day. Or because you was keeping it real. Imagine telling someone their shoes is nice. Imagine telling someone they got pretty teeth. Imagine telling someone, hold on one second, you actually look a nice couple. Imagine telling someone, hold on one second, I like your hair today. Imagine telling someone, hold on one second, you actually have a nice personality. Imagine telling someone, hold on one second, I like that jacket you got on today. Imagine telling someone, hold on one second, where did you get that food from today? Only for someone to have ill intentions towards you, projecting spell work and attacks away, make you feel like you bent out of shape, where you wasn't trying to catch a case with a bad habit ass. It may work on the last person, but when you truly a chosen one, a child of God, hold on one second, you understood that strength that God endured within you. That energy is different. You didn't have to have nobody praying over you. We all not the same. But especially what you overcame when it came to pain that day. Just asking God for guidance to understand your faith when it comes to your vision. You walk by faith, not by sight. They would never understand why God didn't mislead you on the day. How they had to project spoke in a toxic way. The energy harvesting was real, but they forgot to keep it real, to be their authentic self. They made themselves bent out of shape because of lack of self-love. It disturbed their own peace because you was truly emotionally stable. When it came to self-control, when they try to antagonize you, they energy harvest off your energy. They try to destiny swipe with you, but it was an epic failure because it's only one you, the authentic one. The energy is different. You can't be watered down. You can only blossom. You can only realize, hold on one second, it's only me. Thank you, God, for giving me my blueprint to be my authentic self. Even when you get lost in your words, certain individuals will never understand why you found love within. Certain individuals will not understand why you chose you. You know how it feels to be shortchanged of being abandoned, you know how it feels to be abandoned, disrespected, folks take your kindness or weakness. And whatever you've been through in your journey, and why you stand before yourself today. And you're still being patient with time and day when it comes to healing. It's not easy. But this is something that you endured and you experienced when folks gang stalked you. How it took a whole community to go up against you and all you was doing was being truthful. And never allow someone to make you feel like you're a snitch for speaking up for yourself. Because you're not. And especially when you never had malicious intentions, but it took a group of people to go up against you. You was one person. You was one person. You didn't have to disrespect nobody. You never had ill intentions towards nobody. Folks was giving you the finger, disrespecting you out loud to see you frown. They was hiding behind fake pages. They was paying this person in your family to not love you, not show up for you or respect you. Everybody's walk of life ain't the same. What did you go through that day, neighbor, that you're still dealing with today? because of the fact that someone lacks self-control, because of the fact that someone had low confidence, or they didn't have confidence at all within them, or they was having an identity crisis, being their authentic self, or they didn't know how to heal. They never believed in God. And when you walked into their life as a vision that you showed them, that, hold on one second, God is truly real. Because certain people be jealous about that. Some people may say that you're crazy when it comes to certain things when you say the word God. But then when they start to see that, hold on one second, that person never, not one time lied when it came to the word God. They was not manipulating us. They wasn't trying to think they was better than anybody, because God never removed her hand and his hands off of you. And you wasn't doing it for likes and views or cloud chasing, because God is not for sale. It never has been either. The good God does not energy harvest those people's energy. The good God does not project spell work on their children. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. The good God doesn't psych their children out their free will. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. The good God doesn't gather up groups of people to go up against one person, or to go up against anybody, to psych them out their mental health, to put them in a cycle or get them locked up. And I say that respectfully, because someone truly has potential. God is elevating his children. Good day, bad day, and misunderstanding day. And especially the ones who don't manipulate God. It's a lot of people who use the word God, but they use it for all the wrong reasons. And when I use the word God regardless of my sexual orientation, you can disrespect me all day long, and I don't care, because you're not for me. When I use the word God, I use it for all the right reasons, and I say that respectfully. It's certain individuals who dealt with spell work, who dealt with gang stalking, and is still suffering today. It's people that lost loved ones behind this, and they still don't know how to cope. And they're not doing it for likes and views or clout chasing. The energy is different. And they didn't have to act. My content is not for everyone. It's not. How jealousy and envy and hate is real. And when someone sees that you have potential, they will sit there and disrespect you and say that you don't have potential. But then they sit there and watch you from a fake page, or they sit there and have the next door neighbor from different area codes watching your every move, what you're wearing, what are you eating, what you're doing this, doing that. They will even try to poison your food, poison your drink, make you feel like you're the fool when you wasn't trying to catch a case. The energy is different. I never gave nobody permission to use my creativity. And I say that respectfully. But it's good to know that you're truly inspired, and you forgot to put respect on your neighbor's name. But God saw everything, and God knows everybody. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. But never allow someone to make you feel like you have to live in fear. Good day, bad day, and misunderstanding day. You matter and you are worthy. And you are loved and respected by the right community that's truly for you. And I say that respectfully. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. I'm not here to you in love, respect. It's sad to see that someone will have the mindset of having the jealousy and envy mindset towards an innocent person, because you truly tie your shoe differently. It doesn't matter about your culture, your religion, your sexual orientation, your disability, or your age, for someone to have the mindset as to gathering up people to go up against one person. And especially when an innocent person is not doing it for likes and views. And because you truly have potential, they would sit there and group within groups, chats and talking about you, how you don't got potential, but they would sit there this whole entire time and watch you within watching you elevate, watching you watch you and disrespect you. And they would project spell work on you. They would energy harvest off your energy. They would try to destiny swipe at you. The gang stalking was real when it came to hacking your devices that day. Yes, I'm gonna keep saying that. Because you experienced it, neighbor. And nobody believes you. And nobody hears you. You was never looking for someone to save you. You just wanted the right community to truly be for you. Good day, bad day, and misunderstanding, they the right community to be for you. You're not alone. And I say that respectfully. You're not alone. You matter and you are worthy. And you are loved and respected by all the right people that's truly for you. Never allow someone with lack of confidence or that has that mindset of jealousy and envy dim your light when it comes to your potential. You know, when it comes to practice makes perfect, they will never understand that love language when you actually went within. When it comes to your creativity, you started somewhere, you brought balance. God showed you guidance when it comes to balance. Acknowledge yourself that you was worthy while you saw your faith, while you believed in your creativity. It became better and better with time and change and growth. Always be yourself. My content is not for everyone. Misunderstood and loved by you, far from a hater. What about you? Misunderstood and judged by you, far from a hater. What about you? How God is working. How God is working. It was a dream. It wasn't overnight success to believe. You had to be patient with time and day. It was a storm they would never understand the obstacles you overcame. Loving yourself to better yourself, never dim your light. Loving yourself, better yourself, never dim your light. How God works in mysterious ways. I didn't give up on my soul because I understood gravity that day. I understood that walk. It was an even exchange. I had to understand my mental health. I couldn't lose myself. I had to pay attention to the walk that I was actually going. I had to pay attention to the walk that I was actually going. I couldn't relapse another day because I truly knew that I was worthy. They said that I was whack, I was corny, I wasn't going to be nobody, but I'm standing before myself as my testimony. The blackmailing was real, but I had to understand at the end of the day, God was truly keeping it real. I love myself not to dim my light. I love myself not to dim my light. It was never competition, neighbor, 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 neighbor. It was never competition. It was never competition because I was far from a hater. That energy is different when they don't understand your mental health. You wasn't trying to hurt yourself, but you just believed in the faith that God endured with you that day. They would never understand creativity to go within. Being your authentic self when it came to balance. Always be yourself. You overcame the first storm. It was another one behind it. But God didn't do you wrong because God still acknowledged you another day. Brought you balance when it came to your faith. They would never understand when God restored you that day. Self-love looks good on you. Neighbor, 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 neighbor. Nah, I really do. It was days you couldn't look in the mirror. Beating yourself up with your own words. You didn't even understand your own favor that God endured within you when it came to potential, when it came to your faith. You didn't understand how you overlooked you. You was there for everybody else overflowing their cups. I couldn't shortchange myself. I wanted to better my health. Who would have knew? God was really patient with you. Who would have known? God actually showed up for you. Who would have known? Wow. If I would have shortchanged me and listened to he say, she say, I won't be standing before myself today. If I ain't asked for guys when these folks throwing spoke at me in a toxic way, yeah, I'll probably be 2 chapters behind myself today. I wouldn't understand my testimony while I stand before myself today. The energy is different. I just stayed in my lane and I understood the even exchange. God works miracles every single day. When you understand your blessing, you was truly the gift of yourself. They would never understand how you prayed that day. It was never competition. You didn't think you was better than nobody because you wasn't trying to catch a case. You just wanted God to maintain your smile to see better days ahead. Hold on one second. I love myself, not to dim my light. I love myself, not to dim my light. Dang, did I overcome that storm too? It wasn't a game. Certain folks will never be able to walk a day in your shoes. The comparisons they be doing. It wasn't an even exchange because it was never competition when you understood the pain. When days when you had to sit alone, they would never understand it. Hold on one second. It was never competition. But I'm very so much thankful that God didn't shortchange me another day. The energy is different. Always be yourself. And I say that respectfully. Never allow someone to make you feel like you're wrong for choosing you. And never allow someone to project fear in you when it comes to you being your authentic self. You may sound stupid to somebody. You may sound slow to somebody. But you're not. Because God created you your own special way for people to be for you. That's going to root you on good day, bad day, and misunderstanding day. And they actually see you for who you truly are. It's the same people that been overlooked. It's the same people who've been disrespected. It's the same people who may have similarities of upbringing, and certain folks didn't hear them. So when the right people walk into your life, they see you, they hear you, and they respect you. You didn't understand how you was going to overcome that storm. It was real when it rained outside that day. It was lightning and everything. Imagine picking up the phone on an empty stomach and folks laughing at your pain wasn't an even exchange. Trying to figure out where you about to rest your head for the night. Only to rest the hold on 1 second. Folks didn't want to open the door. Or folks gave you keys just to talk about you like a bad habit. Because they was doing shit for likes and views. And you knew how to show up for folks. Good day, bad day, misunderstanding, because they had controlling issues. So they wanted to dim your light, paint you out to be something that you truly wasn't. But God saw everything. You know how it feels to be homeless. And you wasn't doing it for likes and views. You know how it feels to sit down with the casework and they disrespect you to paint you out to be crazy, slow, stupid, and retarded. When you wasn't trying to catch a case. You wasn't being aggressive or disrespectful in no shape or form. They rather overlook you until it's their situation. To hold on 1 second, I didn't mean to do you wrong. Do you know how it feels to go down and collect bottles? It only runs to hold on 1 second. The manager in the store just laughing at you, disrespecting you up close in person because it was you that day. Or because you're trying to put food in your stomach to truly maintain. It just was probably a couple of little dollars. You know, that little nickel, 10 cents, it actually added up. They would never understand what it took for you to actually go within. Here, you went in that garbage. You asked your neighbor if they had a couple of bottles. You wasn't trying to hurt nobody to provide for yourself because nobody was trying to hire you that day. Even when you did get yourself together to go for a job interview, they said that you didn't have potential, even when you showed them a resume that day. Asking around for folks, hold on 1 second. I'm just trying to better myself. Do you have a couple of dollars? I ain't trying to shortchange you. I ain't trying to disrespect you, but goddamn, they want you to be uncomfortable. They want to be all in your business until it's their situation. Because you that type of person, regardless of what you going through. You made sure that you looked out for everybody when folks just kicked you down and see you frown. Imagine you having your situation. You ever looked out for somebody and you was never looking for nothing back? But never not one time like they pick up the phone and be like, yo, are you okay today? Did you eat today? Matter of fact, let me call them because they always looking out for me. Matter of fact, they always used to check on me to see if I was all right today mentally. But nobody showed up for you. They kept shortchanging you. But they call you bro, sis. I got your back like a bad habit. And you wasn't trying to catch a heart attack. The energy is different. They see you in the street. They got a big ass Kool-Aid smile. But they quit to disrespect you behind closed doors to project pain. It wasn't an even exchange. How we all don't operate the same. Goddamn with your mind games. It's a chain of thought for me. How this type of shit really happens. And it be the same people that you look out for. You may gave your last dollar to and you didn't have to. Because that's the first thing they're going to quick to say. You didn't have to do that shit. But damn, it just goes to show you, hold on 1 second. I actually thought about you. Always be yourself. Always be yourself. Everybody's walk of life ain't the same. Or imagine just trying to start all over when it comes to this thing called life. Being in a domestic violence situation because someone didn't know how to treat you right. Imagine showing up for somebody and only from the shortchange you when it comes to your mental health, or because of the fact that you believe in your faith that a real relationship could truly work out that day. But they wanted to shortchange you, to disrespect you out loud when they picked and choose when they wanted to have a hand problem to do you wrong. He was being loving, respectful, genuine, and kind. And you actually knew how to value someone's time. But they had controlling issues. They was hiding behind their hands. They was hiding behind closed doors. They didn't want certain folks to see their mask because they had ill intentions, not to see you have self-love last. Because that's what happens sometimes. You could be sleeping with the devil when you least expect it. Or because you know how to love yourself, to better yourself when it comes to your mental health, because someone's having an identity crisis. How this type of stuff happens. How you could be sleeping with someone that's jealousy and envy of you. Only was the hold on one second, they forgot to keep it real when it came to hold on one second. Your dreams will never come true. How this type of stuff happens. It does. Everybody's walk of life ain't the same. And especially when an innocent person didn't have to project pain. Imagine overflowing the wrong person's cup, only for God to protect you. When someone try to shortchange you when it comes to your life. Some people are not here to tell their story, but you had another chance at life. My content is not for everyone. It's not. Imagine being diagnosed. Doctors say you're not going to see another day. Only for God to restore you. They would never understand your mental health. Like, hold on one second. I could have sworn when I took that test that day with you. Is this the same person? They bugged out, trying to figure out their train of thought. It was truly a miracle when it came to you. How God healed you. Because someone wanted to shortchange you. When it comes to, hold on one second, disturbing your peace, stressing you out, because God didn't build you that way. They would never understand what God said, let's build another day. Everybody's walk of life ain't the same. And I don't mean no disrespect, but what did you overcome? What did you overcome, neighbor? Even when you get lost in your words, they won't understand you. Never feel wrong for expressing yourself to the wrong person. And I say that respectfully. Never feel wrong for expressing yourself to the wrong person. Because when God removes you from certain individuals, or God allows you to experience somebody at that moment, and God said, this is your rejection for your protection, and why God closed certain doors when it comes to elevation. It's certain people that can't spin a block. It's certain people that can't actually sit at your table today. It's certain people that can't even say hi to you. It's certain people that's going to be looking at you like, hold on one second. I actually knew you. They thought they knew you. Because if they knew you, they would respect you from day one. If they actually thought they knew you, they would acknowledge you and then have malicious intentions to do shit for likes and views. If they thought they knew you, they wouldn't shortchange you out of hold on one second, actually loving you, if they thought they knew you. Because when God closed certain doors in your life, they would never understand why you stay before yourself today. It's not that you think that you're better than anybody, but you know what you endured that day. And one thing that you don't do is run from your past. That energy is different. And especially regardless to what you was going through in your journey, never not one time was you a hater. Because out of your whole entire journey, you rooted everybody wrong. You rooted everybody on. You wanted people to become their best self version of themselves. You even used to stop people like, why would you be so jealous of the next person for? The same way that person get it too. Don't have that mindset. You was always motivating folks. Good day, bad day, and misunderstanding day. But folks wanted to shortchange you, disrespect you. But God personally handpicked certain individuals to be in your life today when it comes to this new journey. And because God handpicked certain individuals to be in your life, this part of your journey, it allows you to be at peace. It allows you to know that moving forward, I'm okay with that. I'm okay knowing that I'm not getting sick because I'm not being disrespected anymore. I'm okay with knowing that I have the right people by my side. I have the right people around me that's elevating as well. And they're not doing it for likes and views to humiliate me or disrespect me. Or they're not here around me to be haters. Or they're not here around me to say in my pockets or my eyesight or my mental health. The energy is different. When you have the right people around you, they fix your crown. They acknowledge you good day, bad day, and misunderstanding day. And I say that respectfully. I don't worship the devil good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day, and I say that respectfully. I don't. And my content is not for everyone. I'm far from a hater. Far from a hater. But never allow someone to make you feel like you're wrong because you chose you. And you're still being patient with you. You're still having your days as to the progress, taking your baby steps as becoming your best self vision of yourself, because it's not an overnight process. There's some people that's real like popular loners, and there's some people that do have people in their life, but healing that trauma and pain, some people don't understand you. Some people don't respect you. Some people overlook you. Some people reject you because they don't understand you. But when the right people walk into your life, they hear you, they respect you, and they don't have ill intentions. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. And I say that respectfully. My content is not for everyone. And to any genuine ones that's actually watching right now, when you allowed yourself to let go what was hurting you, and it's not an overnight process to let go what was hurting you, because understanding childhood trauma is real. Understanding being an adult and dealing with trauma and pain as well is real. Because once you heal one wound, when you realize it's something else that you got to deal with, it's something else that you have to cope with. And sometimes when you realize that, hold on, I healed something else, but you may not be mentally strong in certain areas when it comes to healing something else in your life. Because certain things in your life gets triggering. Like someone passes away, God forbid. Like somebody that you see, somebody, not somebody that you know, but you see somebody around you, someone passes away, and then you start thinking about one of your loved ones. And then you start thinking about certain things within, like, damn. Now it starts to bring up something within you from your past, and now you're in the mindset of, I thought I was healed, I thought I was okay. But now you're trying to figure out different ways to cope, and everybody does not cope the same way. And sometimes it's not good at all to wear a mask for so long, because all you're doing is holding you back when you can allow yourself to be free, when you can allow yourself to truly heal, when you can allow yourself to actually acknowledge that, hold on one second, I am worthy. I am worthy of not making myself sick another day. I am worthy of skipping that doctor's appointment and not allowing that doctor to put something in my system that does not belong to me. And especially when you have God in your life. Because when you ask God for the right direction and order in your life, God will restore you for all the right reasons. And I say that respectfully. My content is not for everyone. Educational purposes only, and I say that respectfully. Entertainment purposes only, and I say that respectfully. My content is not for everyone. It's not. But loving yourself is not a crime. Always be yourself. I'm about to wrap this video up soon. But I'm about to end it off. Yeah, I'm about to talk about love. It's the train of thought of me. I gotta do it. Love is real. Love is one of a kind with the right one truly for you. I overcame so many storms. Love is real. Love is one of a kind. True love wasn't blindsided when you walked into my life that day. Someone truly acknowledging me. Who would have known? Someone capable, able, willing to be emotionally available. The energy is different. Imagine someone walking into like to protect your heart. Someone actually acknowledge you, show you to hold on one second. Ow. 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 That wound. It hurted that day. It did. It was lust. It was hate. It was jealousy. Folks couldn't keep it real. The disrespect was real. The abuse was real. A storm. I couldn't wait for it to be over. No, for real. That unhealthy relationship, it was toxic. Imagine someone saying that they love you, but they didn't know how to show up for you. Imagine someone saying they got your back to respect you, only disrespect you up close in person. They was plain spoken in a toxic way. You was supposed to be mentally ill. They wanted to suck at your free will, let alone your pockets when it came to acknowledge the end with the knowledge that you had within you. They wanted to shortchange you. They wanted you to be stuck on stupid, running behind somebody when you wasn't trying to catch a case. That won't allow you to feel a feeling that you said that you don't want to endure another day, only for God to keep it real. Loving yourself, the better yourself, not the dim your light. The energy is different. When your past can't spin a block today. God actually showed you self-love that day too, moving forward. When it came to hold on 1 second, you wasn't running from your past, but you understood why certain doors in your life was closed for all the right reason to reject you. But God was actually protecting you. How self-love looks different on you. You didn't know how to love yourself, but God actually allowed you to acknowledge you. How you're beautiful, you're handsome, you're worthy of choosing you. Wow. Yes, you do have a beautiful smile. And you actually have a heart that actually works. The beauty started within. Who would have knew that you would have been capable, able, loving you? You dealt with so much childhood trauma, abuse. It went into your adulthood. But she wasn't trying to reject you. You prayed within praying. And hold on 1 second. You thought that God didn't hear you, but God never overlooked you when it came to your vision. Believing in your faith, it wasn't a mistake. How God allowed you to see that, hold on 1 second, better days was on the way. They would never understand that. They would never understand that storm that you overcame. You know how it feels to be homeless. You know how it feels to get locked up, be in a psych ward. Everybody's walk of life ain't the same. You know how it feels for folks to take your kindness of weakness. You know how it feels to be abused. You know how it feels to be sexually assaulted. You know how it feels to be sick. You know how it feels for folks to take your kindness of weakness. You know how it feels for folks to disrespect you. You know how it feels to overflow certain folks' cups that didn't know how to show up for you. The disrespect was loud. They didn't want you to maintain a smile, even days when you was wearing a frown behind a mask. Wow. Everybody's walk of life ain't the same. But God gave you an even exchange to maintain your pain. How God restored you for all the right reasons when you looked in the mirror that day. Asking God to guide you when it came to your faith. Even when you got lost in your words, who would have knew? Misery loves company, couldn't disturb your peace another day. Because God was actually guiding you. Your heavenly mother, your father never removed their hands off the wheel. They gave you keys to access to doors that certain folks will never understand. How you truly healed. And you still being patient with time and they overcoming them storms. They would never understand that, hold on 1 second, God didn't do you wrong. You financially stable when it opened that door. You had a roof over your head when you opened that door. Self-love looks different on you. Healing trauma and pain. They would never understand it. Hold on 1 second, God actually chose you when you opened that door. It was a path that you said, hold on 1 second, I'm choosing me, not to overlook me. And who is truly for me and ain't gonna go against me. And God made sure that everybody around you was gonna be truly for you when it came to this next part of your journey. The unconditional love, it looks different. God showed you peace when you least expected, something that you never knew that was truly within you. When it comes to your confidence, you had insecurity problems, but who would have knew that God restored your faith, that you was truly beautiful? God truly closed certain doors in your life for all the right reasons. Everything was working out in your favor. Everything that you asked for. And you ain't have to play with spoken in a toxic way. You wasn't energy harvesting off anybody's energy to try to catch a case. You wasn't hacking nobody's device. You was far from a hater. You wasn't destiny swiping with nobody because you had your own potential when he went within. He almost gave up on the love department. You prayed within praying one day. It was a prayer when you least expected that truly came true. It was a miracle. I just want somebody to meet me halfway. I just want someone to bring the proper balance into my life to love me properly. The first time around, that one lie was told. I just want someone to be emotionally available. I just want someone to see me for who I truly am with no malicious intentions. I want someone to root me on good day, bad day, misunderstanding day, no controlling issues. I want someone to be by my side to show me at the end of the day I am worthy of healthy love. I want someone to be faithful to me. I don't got time for the having a kick and eat it too type of energy. I've been through enough when it came to pain. Everybody's walk of life ain't the same. Wow. You sin within sin. Asking for all the good things that you want, qualities out of a relationship. Someone to see you for who you truly are. Someone to love you for who you truly are. Someone to respect you. Someone to be emotionally available, financially stable, mentally stable. You have your good and your bad days, but someone that can actually operate out of the mindset, not having jealousy or hate or envy within them. Someone who has self-control when it comes to discipline, not no controlling issues. You pray within praying. How God works in mysterious ways. Nah, for real, God works in mysterious ways. Because your past was truly your protection. No, it wasn't. You ain't getting lost in your words of the day. How your past was your rejection. And your future was truly your protection. The love of your life truly protected your heart. To treat you right the first time around, that one lie was told. Giving praise every single day, that hold on 1 second. Someone actually fits the shoes, that someone can actually walk to be by your side. Not to have ill intentions, but someone here to treat you right. How love is real, love is one of a kind, with the right one truly for you. Who would have known the love of your life would have been faithful to you the first time around? They wasn't wearing a mask to mislead you. They wasn't playing with spoken in a toxic way. They wasn't trying to have you bent out of shape. They truly brought peace into your life. What a miracle. A dream truly come true. Wow. How someone brought peace into your life. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And just because moments. It was God's timing. Saying I do to the right person. It went from 1 year to 2 years to 30 years. You put a name in your book. A dream truly come true. They say fairy tales don't exist, but that's a lie. Because when it's in God's hand, that spiritual connection, they would never understand how two people would truly bounce into each other's life to truly heal, to show up for each other, good day, bad day, misunderstanding day. And they both was praying for each other with good intentions. It wasn't lust, it was real love. Two people keeping it real. Who would have knew that you gained a love and a best friend, some gained a business partner? It was only on God's timing, though. The energy is different. God saw the days that you couldn't understand your own love language to go within. And God said, I got better days ahead for you. They would never understand what I endure within you today. God's plan. How two people was operating out of love. And God wasn't misleading them too. How two people was willing and capable of choosing themselves. Understand the hold on 1 second. I am worthy of loving myself. The unconditional love looks different. Coming together with somebody, regardless of our upbringing, who would have knew? Love is real, love is one of a kind. And true love didn't mislead you that day. It only shows you that you was worthy of understanding your faith, that dreams can truly come true. I'm not your genuine love respect. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. No, for real, it really ain't, and that's all right. All right, neighbor. It's not, and that's all right. I gotta go. I need a shower, let alone a nap. Always be yourself. Never allow someone to make you feel like you don't have potential. That relationship, it didn't work out. That job, it didn't work out. You fall from mad. God brought you balance when it came to maintain that smile. How God brought you balance when it came to soulful awareness. God brought you balance when they wanted you to lose everything. God brought you balance. You wasn't doing it for likes and views when God acknowledged you that day, that you are worthy. You understood that last testimony. God started a new chapter for you. Understand why you stand before yourself today. I don't worship the devil good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day, and I say that respectfully. I do not play with spoken in a toxic way, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. I do not energy harvest all people's energy, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. And I do not destiny swipe with anybody. I got my own goddamn creativity within me, neighbor, be my authentic self. That's the best thing to do, is be yourself. And I say that respectfully. And I know how to put respect on my neighbor's name. When it comes to their creativity, when it comes to them just being an authentic self, and when it comes to congratulating someone on achieving something in life, like choosing themselves. Because you got to choose you first to understand that, hold on 1 second. I was worthy of this opportunity. I was worthy of this. I was worthy of that. I was worthy of why I put myself first. And I never looked at my neighbor like competition, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. And I say that respectfully. Because you don't get too far in life when you look at somebody like competition to outdo somebody. You don't. And I say that respectfully. Because God works in mysterious ways. I don't worship the devil. And my soul is not for sale. We all don't operate the same. Far from a hater. Never far from a hater. Energy is different. Always be yourself, but don't molest attention. I gotta go. Always be yourself. I'm not aging on respect. Today is currently April 26, 2025, and it's currently 7:23 p.m. And I'm wrapping this video up. Always be yourself. Oh, and when it comes to my creativity, my Heavenly Mother, my Heavenly Father, God, guides me. I never got help with anybody, and I never have anybody working with me. When I started my creativity, never did. And I say that respectfully. Always be yourself. Just because someone says that you don't have potential, that does not mean stop loving you. That does not mean stop creating. That does not mean stop becoming the best self vision of yourself. Because someone doesn't see potential within you. Just because they don't see it, trust and believe. The people who truly for you, they're rooting you on. The people that truly sees you, they actually respect you for your potentials. Something that someone couldn't see. Something that someone couldn't relate to. And that's okay. Because we're not for each other. Everybody's not for each other. But when the right people are for you, they see you, they hear you, they respect you, and they ain't got malicious intentions. And they don't look at you like competition, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. And I say that respectfully. Imagine someone telling you that you don't got potential. And just because they said you don't got potential, it stopped you from having potential. When you had potential this whole entire time. Now you're sitting back so miserable. Now you're sitting back, forgot how to love yourself, forgot how to do this, forgot how to do that, because someone said that you didn't have potential. That's like going to a job interview, and the boss says, hey, you don't fit the criteria for this job. You don't have the potentials to do the job, detailing the duties on the job for what I'm asking for. Just because that person said that, you're going to find somebody else that sees you and respects your creativity, that sees you and respects you for your work. And I say that respectfully. And it's not going to kick you down. It's not going to disrespect you. Because not everybody is for you. You got the opportunity of meeting somebody. You got the opportunity of respecting somebody. But they said, you're not for them. And that's okay. It's plenty of job interviews that you went on when it's called this thing called life. When you didn't have no phones, when you wasn't giving no phone spit in your mouth. The energy is different. So you know how it feels to go out into the real world and try to find something that's for you. Or even if you're a actor or an artist or a dancer or whatever it is you do, art, when it comes to your creativity. Just because someone doesn't like your masterpiece, it's okay, because someone that's going to come across you, they're going to acknowledge, like, damn, that's fly, like, that's different, is unique. How you come up with the goddamn idea? I like that. No, as a train of thought for me. No, for real. It's okay to be different. And being different means you stand out. And being different doesn't mean you're for everybody. It's okay to be different. And especially when you're not trying to hurt yourself or hurt others. The energy is different. They will never understand your potential because someone truly saw your intuitions that you had good intentions. I gotta go. No, for real, I gotta go. Always be yourself, but no molest attentions. Loving yourself is not a crime, and I say that respectfully. Everybody expresses themselves differently. And there's certain individuals that probably do watch me right now. You never been seen. You never been heard, let alone acknowledged to be respected. And every community is really not for you. But you matter and you are worthy and you are loved and respected, and I say that respectfully. My content is not for everyone. And because you feel like that, do not give up on yourself. And never allow someone to make you feel like you need validation when it comes to loving you, when it comes to choosing you. Certain things didn't work out in your life. But you are worthy, and you are respected by the right community that's truly for you. Doesn't matter about your culture, your religion, your sexual orientation, your disability, or your age. And I say that respectfully. And especially when you're far from a hater. And especially when you know how to acknowledge someone good day, bad day, and misunderstanding day, and put respect on their name, regardless of their creativity, regardless of their shoes or whatever the case may be. When you fall from a hater, you're not sitting back and plotting on how project spell on that motherfuckers. I can't stand them. Oh, I can't. I don't like the fact that they elevate and fast me. I don't like the fact that they got more money than me. Nah. When it's your time to come, it's your time to come. You don't have the mindset of energy harvesting of someone's energy. You don't have the mindset of trying to destiny swipe with someone. You don't have that mindset. And you damn sure don't have the mindset of hacking anybody's devices. It's not even within you, first of all. Who the fuck is thinking about that shit? Hello, what the fuck? Who the fuck comes with this shit? It's a train of thought for me. Always be yourself. And it's not a crime to think for yourself. It's not. My content is not for everyone. Loving yourself is not a crime, and healing trauma and pain is not a race or an overnight process. It's not. And to understand a healing journey, you have to remove that mask. You do. You are loved and respected by the right people. I'm about to wrap this video up. I'll be going live tomorrow. I'm not 100% sure what time, but I think I'm going to be doing, I may be doing a morning service or an afternoon service. I haven't got my answer yet from God yet, but I think I will be in a minute though. No one's trained over me. So if you're a genuine one and you know, I see you tomorrow. I gotta go. Always be yourself and don't give up on you. Continue to be patient with your process when it comes to healing trauma and pain. Like I said, I don't worship the devil good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. I don't. Regardless to my sexual orientation, you could disrespect me all day long and saying I have an identity crisis, I don't know what I like or whatever it may be. That's your business. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I know who I am. And I say that respectfully. It's a train of thought for me. Always be yourself. You matter and you're worthy regardless to your culture, your religion, your sexual orientation, your disability, your age. You matter and you are worthy. No, it's the train of me. I gotta go. Put my own goddamn self to sleep. I gotta go. No, for real. I gotta go. Thank you for your time. I am Naya. Genuine love, respect. I don't know who needs to hear this. They say, how do I understand my faith if I can't even look at myself today? How do I understand my faith if I can't even recognize myself? I keep hurting myself with my own words. I rejected myself. How do I better myself? There's days I call on myself, but I keep shortchanging myself. I feel like I'm in different rooms every single day, but I feel alone still. I feel like gravity ain't real. I feel like I'm all alone in this cold world. How do I heal? How do I believe in my faith? How? They gave up on you. They gave up on you. They overlooked you. They didn't understand your potential. Being patient with time and day, it brought you balance when you least expected. You almost rejected yourself when it comes to your mental health, let alone your free will. You hide it behind a mask. You truly frown on the inside. The fake smile is real on the outside. You feel like days you don't understand yourself. All you keep doing is projecting pain. Because you're hurting yourself. You're picking up obstacles. I don't want to say certain words, no disrespect. Only to hurt you. Or because someone didn't love you or respect you. They rejected you. Wow. Childhood trauma was real. It went into your adulthood. It wasn't a game. That's what you screaming out for is help. You ain't trying to go to nobody's hospital. You tired of seeing these doctors talking about a whole bunch of bullshit. They don't even hear you. All they want to do is diagnose you. I don't mean no disrespect, but damn, who the fuck hears me? I ain't trying to shortchange me. I want a better me. I'm tired of feeling like I'm overlooking myself. The anxiety is real. It's kicking in again. That's how you feel. You can't even breathe. But you are breathing. That's what they saying to you. They say calm down. You keep saying the same thing. I am calm. Why you keep saying the same dumb shit to me? I believe there's a God. That's why am I standing before myself today? I just been misled by trauma and pain. I want to believe in my faith. I want to heal. I don't want to be the same. I want to heal these wounds when I hurt myself. I make myself feel ugly. They will never understand. Everybody's walk of life ain't the same. Wow. Imagine you are worthy and you are loved. You feel like them pointless relationships truly had you bent out of shape. Imagine expressing yourself to somebody that doesn't even hear you. You picking up the phone to somebody that overlooks you. All they want to do is be in your business and shortchange you, paint you out to be the issue. The disrespect is loud. All they want to do is run in your pockets to see you mentally ill. And the first thing they want to do is understand how. How did we get here today? All they want to do is blame you. All because of the fact that you was being vulnerable. Imagine being vulnerable to the wrong person, only for them to psych at your mental health, saying that you crazy, slow, stupid, and retarded because you expressed yourself. Nobody hears you, but you are loved. Nobody hears you. You're going through depression and pain. Nobody hears you. It wasn't a game. You lost somebody during your journey. That's the only one that heard you. But they by your side. They never left you. Only if you knew. They truly proud of you. You feel all alone, but you're really not. Continue to pray, even when you don't know how, because God never gave up on you. Be careful and wise when you're hurting yourself with words. You will love and respect it when you least expect it. Don't feel wrong in beating yourself up, expressing yourself to the wrong person that didn't know how to respect you, let alone love you. They took advantage of you. It was real that day. They took advantage of you that day. Nobody heard you. You expressed yourself for someone only for them to overlook you. You so bent out of shape of your own words because how's someone gonna ask you, are you okay? Only for folks to blackmail you. The disrespect was real when you was keeping it real. And you trying to figure out your train of thought, like what the fuck? How? How you ask me if I'm okay? How you ask me if I need anything? How you ask me, just to fucking overlook me? What type of shit is this? Another day of pain. My content is not for everyone. It's not. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. And be mindful and wise when hurting yourself with your own words. It's easier said than done when it comes to healing trauma and pain. It is. It really is, because someone could say go hell all day long. Some people are misled by how to heal. You feel like you're coping with certain things, but it's like, damn, it's not working out for me. Regards to who you sit down with and you're paying your money to see, I don't mean no disrespect in no shape or form. Or who someone refers you to for a referral, whatever the case may be, is like, damn, it's not working for me. It may work for the next person, but it's not working for me. Because when I leave these people, I still feel pain. When I leave these people, I still feel the same. Or I have so much else to say when I get to my destination that hold on my second, things never changed. How can I express myself to somebody when I'm going through a vision of myself in my life being homeless? And this person, all they keep telling me is things are going to get better. But they're not trying to help you. Why are you trying to help yourself? And the first thing that they do is disrespect you, saying that it was your fault. How you should have shut up that day. You wouldn't be in the situation that you are today. Or you even went to the site board and you went back somewhere it was never home. It was no more home. Your home was gone because they labeled you crazy. Or because folks had controlling issues and they wanted to paint you to be mentally unstable. Everybody's walk of life ain't the same. But you are loved and you are respected. And you matter and you are worthy. My content is not for everyone. It's not. It's not. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on you. I know it's easier said than done. But you are loved and you are respected. And you matter and you are worthy. And be mindful and wise when hurting yourself with your own words. And it's okay to cry. It's okay to cry, but be more wiser when expressing yourself to certain individuals that don't hear you. And don't beat yourself up for expressing yourself to the wrong person who didn't hear you. Because when the right community is truly for you, they see you, they hear you, and they respect you. Good day, bad day, and misunderstanding day. You matter. I'm about to wrap this video up, and I will see the genuine ones tomorrow. And I say that respectfully. You matter, and you are worthy. You are respected, and you are loved. You are. I'm not your genuine love, respect. Have a safe remaining year, day, evening, weekend. Protect your energy and protect you and your family. Stay out of trouble. I don't know who needs to hear this. And I don't mean no disrespect in no shape or form. You're not crazy. You just expressed yourself to the wrong person. So don't beat yourself up and make yourself feel that something is wrong with you because someone didn't choose you. Someone didn't know how to love you, respect you. Someone had ill intentions towards you. Someone labeled you incompetent. Someone had ill intentions to psych at your mental health when it comes to your free will, well on your pockets. They had to project spell work towards you. The energy harvest off of you. They hacked your devices. And no, you wasn't bugging, no, you wasn't tripping because you saw what you saw that day. and they try to blackmail you to get you locked up, to put you in a psych board because they had controlling issues. You are loved and respected by all the right people that's truly for you, and I say that respectfully. Every community is truly not for you. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. I am Naya Genuine Love Respect. When it comes to Naya Genuine Love Respect, when I create, my Heavenly Mother and Father God guides me. I don't sit down with nobody to get help. I don't sit down with nobody to talk through emails to get ideas. This is all me. And I say that respectfully. Good day, bad day, and misunderstanding day. Always be yourself. I'm Naya Genuine Love Respect. I'm about to wrap this video up. Peace and respect, so respect your neighbor. Stop the violence. Humanity, whether don't damn your life. Go you, neighbor, don't damn your life. No answer, change of me. Always be yourself, but no molestation. You are beautiful, and you are handsome, and you matter, and you are worthy, and you are loved and respected. You are. Do not give up on you. And especially when you fall from a hater, neighbor, we ain't the same. God damn it. Oh, what's wrong with people? Oh, I gotta go. Thank you for your time. I am Naya Genuine Love Respect. Hold on. My content ain't for everybody, and that's okay. I gotta go. Thank you for your time. Have a good day.